All right, Matthew, what is happening in your home country?
It's shocking, isn't it? I mean, I look at that. Firstly, I want to say I'm so grateful that I am now an American citizen and that I have all the rights afforded to me by the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. I've argued for a very long time with people in my former country that they don't have a right to free speech. And for the longest time, they would be pushing back. And I'd say, look, it's very different. We have this enshrined as a right for us as Americans, and you do not have that. And since the Labour government has got in, not only have they gone full bore on going after things like this, they're actually letting people out of prison, they're letting violent offenders out of prison, and they're letting people walk who are asylum seekers that have committed heinous crimes. So the nickname that Keir Starmer has is Two-Tier Keir, and this is the reason why.
Look, we profiled last night Keir Starmer, one of his top deputies. There was a whole program to go after outlets like Breitbart and the Gateway Pundit and other conservative outlets to literally shut them down, much like they were trying to do in the United States. So they're so concerned about the truth getting out. I believe it's the same thing that liberals are concerned about here. What should we as Americans, two questions for you, Matthew. What can we do to help freedom-loving Brits, and what should we do to make sure that it doesn't get even worse here in the United States?
Well, I think the first thing we need to do is do things like this. Is we need to have people like you speak out and let the Brits over there understand that they have a voice and their American cousins have their back. I think that is really, really important because, as you know, in any of these kind of like communist states, which is where the Sorry, that's my dog keeps giving me something here, Grant. I apologize. He just came in. Is that what we need to do is let them know how far they are going and what their rights really are, because it's gaslighting to the highest degree. And I think that what we should do in America is understand that if we give any of these liberals so much as an inch, they will take a mile. They will not stop, because this is what they want. They tried it back. Remember under Biden, they tried to come up. I can't remember what that panel they had, they were going to have that would go through and say whether or not what you said was acceptable. I can't remember what the name of that is now, right now,
virtually
Grant.
The truth police, but yes.
It's basically the truth police, but it's really serious. And I'll tell you this, I'd say like 75 to 80% of people in the UK have had enough of this. And if they could, they would have a general election tomorrow.
When did this happen? When did you notice, things are really going downhill?
I think COVID was the first step. And I think because, look, Americans are freedom loving and they have this rebellious streak in them. That's why I love it so much. It's this rugged individualism that people always talk about. And I think that the UK, you've seen the kind of memes that they have, keep calm and carry on. And I think that the British public were kind of compliant, and they were saying, look, you know, our government has our best interests at heart. And by the way, this is under the previous government. This is under the Tories. So they used to, you know, they've got our best interests at heart. And then they started clamping down on the freedoms. And as you know, it doesn't matter whether you're a conservative or a liberal government or left-wing government, you should never give them any power at all, because they're never going to give any of it back. So that's when it really started. And I think that we had a lot more pushback in the United States because, you know, I remember when I first did Black Hawk Down and I really heard people talk about freedom in the United States, and it really meant something. And I think it meant something different in the United Kingdom, but certainly they are looking to America. Like, by the way, Grant, I'll tell you this, my whole life, I've looked to America as the inspiration, as a shining city on a hill. And I think that Brits are doing that right now. And they need us to stand up and encourage them and say, hey, listen, we are with you. And I'm totally down for England being the 51st state.
All right, well, it's going to have to be 52 after Canada, of course. So we'll be adding all kinds of states to us here.